Most of my research is related to air transportation or aircraft operations in some way. So I direct the International Center for Air Transportation, where we look at issues associated with airline operations, aviation safety, air traffic control, and also looking at environmental impact of aviation and ways to minimize the environmental impact. We combine operational experience. We actually know how things go in the real world with the technical understanding of how the technical elements of the system and an overall systems approach. So it allows us to have a really holistic view of what the real problems are and be able to find solutions that are not just technical solutions, that are not just operational solutions, but are mergers of these things. I think one thing that characterizes us is really a real passion for aviation and air transportation in general. I've been flying since I was 14 years old and flew yesterday and will fly tomorrow. And I think all the students in our lab either have flown or would like to fly. Some of them can't afford it yet, okay, until they get out. And so they really sort of have a commitment to aviation which is fairly deep. And it gives them sort of a practical view of the world to combine with their technical view of the world. And it really allows them to be more, I think, effective. There's a really high demand for our students because they're people who aren't intimidated by any of the technical challenges, but also are understanding and sort of passionate about making the system better. Now, the world has changed from when I first started flying. We've become much more automated in our flying. And that's really improved things to a great extent. Okay, it's sort of made it a little bit less. I don't know what the right way to say it is. You really used to be more dependent on pilots' individual skill, and now it's really, if a lot of pilots are really need to be effective as system managers. Okay, so I mean, there's still types of flying that we do that really go back to stick and rudder skills. I have sort of mixed feelings about some of the things that are happening in the future because we're moving from manned airplanes to unmanned vehicles. Okay, and as a pilot, that's always, that always gives you sort of a certain funny feeling. But for certain missions, we can definitely do a better job with the unmanned air vehicles. So the world is changing, but it's really an exciting time in terms of some of the things that we can do. We've moved from the era of trying to go faster and higher to an era of trying to to be really elegant and more efficient in how we operate the system. And so it's a different type of challenge. We can't solve it with brute force. Okay, we need to solve it with sort of insight and a real sort of systems view of the problem.